over by McGaffer's. They're about to kick off the ceremony here to dedicate the street. And you can see Pat's being swamped by all of his many friends and people who he's touched through the years. And you can see up there, they're going to be pulling that off. And we're going to get rolling here in a couple of minutes. So you can see Pat, I believe this might be the person from the village, and she's holding a sign that they're going to be giving Pat after the ceremony. And we'll have an interview with Pat coming up in a little bit. As soon as it gets a little less crazy, you can see people have been coming and the parking lot is filling up here. Of course, Pat, long time legend here in Forest Park. So we're just waiting here for the ceremony to kick off. A lot of people got to gravitate toward this corner, and it's a pretty busy corner here, so a little chaotic, but that's okay. You see everybody in good spirits. We got good weather. I told Pat a little earlier today that somebody's looking out for him. And the weather's been so miserable, but very pleasant out here.
All right, is there going to be the sign up there? You want to be able to see the sign? There you go.
So a lot of people that are, it's almost like a mini McGaffer's reunion, is what it is. If you spend any time in McGaffer's, a lot of these faces look familiar to you. And everybody crowding in on Pat here a little bit.
How are you? Oh my gosh, good to see you.
So we're going to rotate around here. I'm not quite sure where they're going to be speaking from. Here you got a backside view of Pat.
Thank you, sir. All right, bring her up, Pat. 1 second, here we go.
So we're just kind of waiting to see when they're going to actually start. And it's been kind of, since I got here, an endless parade of people coming up and hugging Pat and wishing him well.
I don't have them. I don't want to push them.
There was a little incident at the bar a few years ago. Pat got injured, and it's great to see him back up on his feet.
Okay, you guys can go home now.
So they're trying to get their logistics squared away.
Congratulations, Pat.
So we'll have it live as soon as it starts, obviously.
What's your name? Beth, how are you? Nice to meet you. How long you know this guy? I've known him longer. We go back a long way. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. What's the name of the bar?
So they got a string down here that wraps around the pole. So it's like herding cats, folks. So great day for Pat. Long overdue.
I'm stealing you really quick, Pat.
Hey! Wait a minute, is this number 2 or 3?
Yeah, number 2.
Number 2?
Yeah. You said hi. You're cute. So cute. Yeah, looking good. Looking good,
Are you guys still up in?
Yeah. Grace Lake.
Dave DeCaro. Right off of 176 or 178. Yeah, he's right
I have to message him. Wow. I better get
Okay, yeah,
He's still cutting my hair.
I'll just get him here.
It's hard to read.
Hi, Jill, how are you?
So everybody crowding in for pictures. And they're getting ready to start. And
So
people
if you
still
turn around
kind
this way, we can take
of walking here. The parking lot is full now, so people had to park and walk to get here. Tremendous turnout for Pat. And
Thank you.
see many people.
Sorry, sir.
Let me see you guys.
I had a picture.
So it's a very interesting mix. A lot of older people that have gone to the bar forever, and then you've got a lot of younger people who had sponsored their teams, everything from 14-inch girls softball to 16-inch to Little League.
Wait, I pressed record by accident. Somebody
And
fixed. Sorry.
Pat always been very generous with his time and resources to help softball out.
1, 2, 3.
And you can see everybody snapping pictures.
I think I got it. I know where for sure.
Congratulations.
I knew you knew about it.
Making your picture. All right.
Lauren.
Yell and signal me.
Squeeze it out. Get it. Oh, get it.
You might be here a while if we're going to wait for everybody to grab their pictures from Pat. But it's okay. It's a Saturday, nothing else to do.
How you doing, buddy?
Oh, here I am.
Hey, Pat.
Celebrities.
That's how you measure a person's life, is when you come out to an event like this and you see the joy and love everybody has for this guy right here, Pat Malone.
Pat, turn around. The scouts are going to take a picture with you.
Scouts, get in there. Scouts, get in there. Oh my God. Scouts, get in there. I didn't say there's no
On this day, Pat Malone might be the most photographed man in the world.
You're going to be eating good tonight, bro. Maya's here, so.
There's two pets.
You never age. You look the same. Okay. This one here, real quick. This right here. Lauren? Yeah. She is over, sir. Hey. Hi, sweetheart. How are you?
Oh my God, it's so good to see you.
Seeing you too. She's still in my phone. Yeah. All these years, she's still in my phone.
I don't erase anybody. They're all in there.
Man about it. How are you? Look good. One of your friends the other day.
And there's the mayor.
Saw each other at the River Forest Memorial Day Parade. Oh yeah. We're really gonna miss your talk. I got there at the parade just as it was finishing. So I was waiting for somebody to give me a ride. Okay. Give me a ride. I drove. I just picked you up 5 minutes.
Mayor Hoskins, how are you?
Very good. How are you?
Great. Great day. Very nice gesture. what do you think about Pat Malone?
Pat Malone's a great guy. The village is going to miss him. I'm glad he's still around. I hear he lives in Park Ridge, but this is a really special bar. You know, during COVID, I was telling someone else, the fact that he had outdoor seating was one of the first places we could come and have meetings and stuff and just talk with business owners and stakeholders in town about how things were going to go. And Pat was just such a great asset to the community in terms of fundraising and the philanthropy that he showed to the community. He's a great example. He's a great man, and we're all going to miss him.
Well, George Bliss in Sarasota wanted me to make sure I said hello to you and to thank you for allowing us to come out and take some video.
Well, please tell George I said hello, and I'm sorry he couldn't be here in person. It'll be good to see him when I see him.
There you go, Rory Hoskins, the mayor of Forest Park, doing a great job out here. And nice gesture for Pat Malone. Thank you, Mayor. Thanks. So we're going to get Pat eventually today when things calm down a little bit. And you can tell they are really jamming in here.
Good to see you.
Tremendous event.
My girls have been working hard for you. Got some fresh eggs. You're the best.
People are giving Pat photos, memorabilia.
You see my
I think that might be a box of cigars.
Yeah, Wednesday.
Pat famous for the cigars that he used to smoke while he'd be walking around the bar and out in the outside patio area. And of course, Pat, big supporter of the SSA. He did a lot of our draws here in past years. Sponsored my Mudville teams, known Pat a long time. And even allowed us to piggyback off of his liquor license a few times when we sold alcohol. So we're going to get ready to go here.
How are you? That's as loud as I can go.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. How's everybody?
Good.
I don't like to yell. If we're inside, I speak in my inside voice. But since we're outside, I'm going to speak in my outside voice. We're here to honor Pat Malone today. Let's give a hand for Pat Malone. We're all really going to miss McGaffers. We appreciate Pat for his generosity over the years to Forest Park. He certainly made it a better place. And I think the fact that we have so many people here today says a lot about how we feel about Pat Malone. One of the main conveners here was my good friend Joe Burns, another pillar of the community. So I want Joe to say a few words. And then if there are any sort of institutions, like an organization, a softball team that Pat sponsored, if any representatives or any of the unions are here, because the unions like to meet here at McGaffer's, then we're going to invite you to say a few words. And then, of course, someone from Pat's family. But for right now, I want Joe to say what Joe's going to say.
Hi, folks. Let me explain something. I'm going to talk about two things. I'm going to talk about this institution over here first. Pat opened this place and he invited everybody in, no matter what color you were, no matter what race you were, no matter what religion. You had guys from the stock market meeting with the guys from bread factory that drove the trucks. You had iron workers. You had veterans. You had everyday people that lived in the neighborhood that came in there, and we all meshed together. We all got along. And that's one great tribute to this man, that he put all that together and everybody had a good time when they went into McGaffer's. Everybody's going to hate to see this go, but I think that Pat is going to retire and he's going to have these memories, especially something like today where all the pictures are being taken with all the people that he knows. The other thing I want to talk about is Pat Malone. A lot of people don't know what he's done. He sponsors softball teams when nobody would sponsor him, so the league could keep on going. He sponsored golf outings for the Louisi Golf Outing for the FOP. He sponsored golf outings for Fisher House for the veterans. He's invited veterans into here. It's just amazing in the number of things he's done with Ronald McDonald House. Game day at St. Bernardine's and St. Luke's. All these different things that he's done, and he's done it behind closed doors with Misericordia Home. I mentioned the Fisher House. I had mentioned Heinz. He's done it behind closed doors. He didn't ask anybody for a good job, Pat. Pat just went ahead and did it, because that's the type of guy he is. And I think that this is going to be a great tribute to him today, and I really thank everybody for showing up. Thank you.
So I want to just say quickly, most of you don't know me. My name is Rory. I serve as mayor in this community. I'm joined by some of our village commissioners. With us we have Commissioner Jessica Vogt, Commissioner Michelle Malone Michelle Malone. We have former village commissioner Chris Harris. Of course, we have former commissioner and deputy police chief Joe Burns. Everybody knows Joe. Give him another hand. Our organizer. We have the village clerk here. I think I saw someone from the Park District. I know we at least have. Is there anyone from the Park District here?
Kristen.
Trustee Kristen Lyons from the Park District. It's Trustee John Lyons. We have more Park District representatives. John Lyons is in the back from District 91. We have a number of school officials here. Commissioner from North Riverside, Jason Bianco. Welcome, Jason.
I just saw it.
Okay. So, is anybody from Pat? Do you want to say a few words, or someone from your family, or you want to tell us who's with us today?
No, I'm fine.
That's fine. Man, a few words.
It took me forever to thank all these people. I miss them terribly, but I'm not retired.
Okay.
I'm still going to be around.
All right.
Okay, so.
All right. So look, there's a lot of people I know want to say something about Pat, to Pat, and you want to let them know, how we all feel. So why don't we all just kind of line up here? Like I said, organization or institution. So if you're a representative of a softball team or one of the unions, or maybe a representative of the McGaffer's employees. I see some McGaffer's employees now. It's the time. Speak now.
We love you, Pat.
No one wants to be in front of the camera.
Don't talk, but this.
All right, so they'll talk later. Do any of the commissioners want to say something? Commissioner Malone McGaffer.
On behalf of the Village Council, and also as a representative of the Historical Society of Forest Park, I can speak to Pat's generosity. For years and years and years, Pat has welcomed us to McGaffer's to celebrate and to raise money for local, the Historical Society of Forest Park, and to raise money for the Kiwanis Club of Forest Park, to support children's organizations, to support local organizations like the Historical Society. And Pat just says, come on in. There's room for everybody, and I don't know what I'm going to do without McGaffer's pizza. but most importantly, his good heart and his willing smile and his just willingness to say yes and to say, who's it going to help, and how can I help? And you're always there, and we want to thank you for your love and support. Thank you.
Andrea, Prairie Path, Forest Park, Prairie Path.
My name's Andrea DeFebo. I've been living in Forest Park since 1997, but I've been in the area forever. Oak Park is where I started when I got back from college in 1982, and he was my first volleyball sponsor. So those of you that have had a team sponsored, I want to hear it. Team sponsored. More importantly than the team sponsor is that he is a home away from home. If you didn't have something to do for the holidays, you show up, he's got a barbecue going, he's got the tent ready, he's welcomed everybody, and I think Joe said it the best. No matter who you were, where you came from, you were always home when you were with Pat. And the final thing I will say about Pat is he is the role model is may you stay forever young. We love you, Pat, and we're going to miss you.
1982, that's a long time.
That's a long time.
Park District.
I had you wrong.
She's older than me.
No, but. That's Kristen. Hi, Kristen. How are you?
So, on behalf of the Park District of Forest Park, if you think softball in Forest Park, you think Pat and you think McGaffers. There has been, since the first day I came here, which I'm a newbie, McGaffers has been like a home away from home, and it's because of this man. And he is so welcoming and kind. He welcomed all the softball teams. You could have the best win or the worst loss. You're always going to have a good time when you walk in the door of McGaffer's. You're always going to have a great time sitting on that patio. And it's a building, but more so, it's a temple to this man for how good he is to everybody, this community. And thank you, Pat. I'm gonna miss McGaffer's, but I'm gonna miss seeing you more so than anything.
Thank you, hon.
I got a couple quick things. First of all, I don't know who this Pat Malone is. I always call him the Rocket. So that's the Rockets. I don't know if it's these guys you see him around here, but love this guy. He's done nothing but take care of us and everybody, and he's been very generous. And they touched on it earlier that I remember he says, Pat, you want to play softball? Oak Park needs a team to keep the league going. This guy would scrounge up a team, always and forever. And another thing, Joe hit on a lot of the things, but the blind school used to come down from the VA, and they were fabulous. They loved it here. They loved it here, and we took care of them, and they really enjoyed it. So they came back on a yearly basis, and a lot to do with this guy. So thank you, Rocket.
Thank you.
Love you, buddy. I know a lot of people have already said it, but the generations and families and friends that Pat has supported, going back all the way back to the early 80s. Jim and I were very, very fortunate to be on one of the original softball teams, and it just kept going from there. We would go to Pat and ask him to sponsor our volleyball teams,
Soccer teams.
our soccer teams, our basketball teams, our
touch football.
Touch, yes.
Well, what is that?
just the amount of gear that we all have. We all have things that date back to the 80s. I dug into my box this morning. I literally have a box of 50 shirts of all different things that I did with Pat. But I guess what I'm trying to say is it was about bringing people together. It was about sponsoring us and coming back to this great bar and the memories and the things we have, bringing our kids back here, bringing other friends, and just, Pat, I can't even tell you the memories.
Yeah.
All of the great things that you did for us. Tiffany, we love you.
Yes, where's Tiffany?
All those years, you were the best, and we are just really going to miss this place, Pat. Really going to miss it.
Thank you.
And miss you.
I got to say hello to your girls before I go.
Yes, absolutely.
Before you go.
They want a picture with you for sure.
Okay.
Can we get all the bartenders together?
Sure.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. My name's Lauren. I worked here for, 13, 15, something years like that. But on behalf of everybody that's here for Pat, this is by far one of the most amazing group of people and the most amazing guy. Some of the best years of all of our lives. Sorry. Just seeing everybody's faces, it's all because of Pat and this establishment. I really love all these people and all the memories that we got to have. I mean, I've met some famous people because of working at McGaffer's, and I just want to say thank you, and to Pat, one of the most generous, kindest people I've ever met in my life. Willing to do anything for anybody and bringing, my family, and now I have 2 kids. This is crazy. I started working here when I was like 22 years old or something. But thank you all for coming here for Pat.
Tell them you were a Miller girl.
I was a Miller girl. And
I found you.
Yeah, that's how he found me. I looked around and I thought, oh my God, I got to work at this place. And then basically the only way I left was, COVID, and just cheers to all the memories and everybody here. Yeah. And I'm still selling beer. Yeah.
Can we get all the all of the bartenders.
I have a funny story I want to share.
Okay.
So I'm a old bartender, and one year Pat took a bunch of us to a Cubs game, and we were sitting in the bleachers, and it was really hot, and I was drinking vodka lemonade slushies, and I had too many, and I got carried out of the Cubs game.
You remember this,
Pat? Pat was there, yes. And then my friend Julie had the same experience. They had to buy her a new shirt. And then as Pat was driving us home in his big van that we all just piled in, they wanted to stop at another bar. So me and Julie were passed out in the car, and Pat stayed in the car with us with the air running while everyone else went and had more fun. So Pat was our protector. He's the best boss I ever had. I never had a boss take me to Cancun before. And you know what? It was a fun time. I miss this place. I haven't been around that often, but I've never stopped thinking of you or Tiff. Love you both.
Thank you.
Thank you. You've done good.
I just, I'm a little emotional, so I'm not going to say too much. Yeah.
See, I'm thinking. You want to say something?
Well, they just told me to come up because I was one of the original bartenders. This is for the older group, but I've been following Pat since 1969. I worked here from 77 till 87. I had a lot of great times, met a lot of great people. Most of you younger ones don't know who I am. I just haven't been out and about, but we go back a long way. I remember when Tiff and Jen and Patrick were like this big.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people who come here now, but I just never made it over here. I kind of quit the drinking and whatnot.
Yeah, well, I see Terry every once in a while.
Well, it's an honor. I saw this, and I think it's fantastic. It's about time.
I do want to say
58 years.
Absolutely.
Thanks, sir.
And that's an attestment. So I definitely want to say thank you guys. This is incredibly wonderful. The 20 years, let's say I worked there 20 years, but I've been in the bar business before I was born. We won't go into that. But I grew up here, and all I have to say is I've learned more coming here, meeting people, than I ever did in college. Like, this was my, what do you call it, my internship? Yeah, that's exactly what it was, because I got real schooled real fast when I got out of college about what real life was and who real people were. And it was incredibly wonderful to learn from him. He taught me a few drinks and said, bye, I'll be back. And that's exactly how I learned it. It was learned from all the people at the bar who taught me how to make those drinks. And incredible people that I've met, and I'm going to miss it.
Pat, the village got this for you and your family.
Very nice.
Wow. Your home.
Whoa, where's Cheryl?
Where's that going to be for?
So Pat will let us know where it's going to be put.
Oh, that's good.
But like I said, this is for the family.
Yeah.
Oh,
Come here, Cheryl.
okay. That's nice. Is that for you to take home?
This is for Pat to take home.
Where are we going to put it?
On one of the walls somewhere.
Tell Pat where to look. There's a lot of cameras here.
Wow.
Come on in. Joe?
Oh, sorry, sure.
What?
Okay. Okay.
Tiffany, you should, I mean, Jennifer, you should be here too.
I'm good.
And then lastly, we're going to have Pat pull the string. And we're going to pull the sheet off of this.
Mayor,
Yes.
have them step over here.
Okay, sure. Pat, can you step over this way?
Step over. This is from
So they're going to unveil the sign on the lamppost.
right over by.
So someone gonna do a countdown?
Okay.
1, 10.
Grab up here. Grab up here? Yeah. Pull.
You're not pulling right. Come on, you're going.
I think that string is caught on a.
Who's the tallest guy here?
They got it zip tied to the pole up there, and so it's preventing the string from being pulled down.
Oh, I see. There you go. Oh, it's caught on them.
There we go.
Good job, Joe.
Pull it up over the thing. There you go. One more switch.
So they were asking for tall volunteers.
Can you pull it to the right?
Nope, now it's under the pole. There we go. Try now. Wow, we got a lot of time. It's McGaffer.
We got all day, that's all right.
We need to get it. This. We need to get this over there.
Yeah, that has to go there.
Flip that around.
We're going to get it off of there. It's moving slow but sure.
Watch out for the boy. Watch his eye.
There we go. So we're going to retry this.
Here we go.
And the crowd goes wild. So it took a little effort, but they got it off. And now, it'll be known as Pat Malone Way, folks. Sorry for the crazy camera work. I had to alternate between.
I don't know, that'd be a great thing. Even if it's empty.
It's a great day.
I know we have more bartenders. Yes. Yeah. This is our bartender.
I think Dennis is.
There she is.
There she is.
I was talking.
Gene, she happened.
Got to rotate out of the way to let some people get some pics. We'll have pictures. Probably chop the video up.
You had to hear about all of us. You should be here.
Later, I know George Bliss is watching from Sarasota, Florida.
That's why we said you need to be here.
Oh, shoot, I didn't know.
So we had a little glitch with getting the cover off, but we finally got it off, and it's
All right,
official.
ready? Can I get a picture
Pat
of you guys?
Malone Way.
Ready, Pat?
How about that?
1, 2, 3. All right, up here, guys. 1, 2, 3. Got it. Got it.
And with all the chaos going on, just to tell you a little bit about Pat Malone, he asked this young man, he said, I want to definitely say hello to your kids before he went. And that'll tell you a lot about Pat.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
What's up, dude? Hey, Matt, how you doing? Good, man. How about you?
We're going to try to get a couple of
We're going to try to grab Pat, do a little interview, and then we'll probably wrap this up. Had a very nice ceremony, which may be an understatement.
Get up here.
Come on, Jimmy. All right. We were just trying to take your single picture. We know you attention whores.
Jim, do you need Terry?
What's that?
Do you need Terry? Terry! Chris!
Where's Bo?
Go!
Hey, some of you guys need a circle. Go from the back. Go around. Go from the back.
So it's just sea
I'm going to step right in here when you guys surround me.
of humanity
Oh, do you want me to run
crammed in, folks.
You're all right here? Hey, stay right here. I'll go.
Could not have happened to a nicer individual.
Curmudgeon. Terry, drinks are on the inside the gap. Wouldn't that be a great thing if he did that? She actually called me.
You're right.
Phil, duck down, Phil. Why do you get the tallest guy in the front? Got the sign up.
Okay, look, you're here. It's a
iPhone 2. Oh, Lord. It's an iPhone 2.
See if we can't wade in here and maybe catch a few words.
Oh, absolutely.
With Pat Malone.
Absolutely. I say we go with that. Get the low shot.
I'd like to have seen that.
Yeah, I think they're good. Nikki went up.
High shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, dating back to my dad, I still remember that. Get out of here! I feel like that bar.
Now that bar's for sale again.
Is it really?
For a cafe.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, I did. I just
Excuse me.
a lot of people here that want to see you when they come to it. They all love you.
Yeah, I know.
Miss you guys.
A lot of good times for him. A lot of cocktails.
I'll see you soon. I need to make a 60-year confession. Oh boy.
I miss you. I
don't know if we want to. I don't know. Do we want to record that?
When I came to the club,
you were underage.
I was still in high school.
Oh well, we got to turn that
My
off.
sister was older than me, and like being three girls used her ID because they were paper licenses at the time. And when the cops came along, and we always stuffed ourselves into the bathroom. So I'm sorry we caused you so much problem.
Hey, I got over it.
The statute of limitations has run.
Nice to see you.
Pat, so glad you're feeling better. Thank you for saying being in the game. You just you'll see you in church, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And you love what?
I love singing. So many good times.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for everything, man. You deserve it.
Hey, I found some more stuff for you.
Okay, yeah, just give me a call. Okay. All right, good luck. Ryan, how about yourself?
Scott, so Pat, how you doing, buddy? Remember me? Only a couple of boys showed up. Hollywood Bob.
Congratulations, yeah.
Hey, Pat.
I'm looking for some action. Yeah, get your money out.
Nice to meet you. I'm so happy to meet you finally.
I wish I don't have the key.
Hey, Yaroslav, come on.
Hold the picture. Hold it right.
Different.
Okay, come on, let's go. We're gonna take a picture. We're gonna take a and then you can take
One quick shoot like this, just you holding because I have to take a Oh my God, Vanessa.
Hi, Vanessa, how are you?
No, I don't care about that. Congratulations, you too. Thanks for everything too, Pat.
Hey, Pat, can I get a couple of words with you real quick?
What?
So, Pat, big day for you.
Yes.
A lot of love. I see you got a little emotional a couple of times. What are your thoughts?
Well, the thing is, the best thing is I remembered half these people. You know, more than half these people. So it was good to see them, and they all look a little older, but they look great. So.
Well, if you could do anything different, would you?
No. I would have lasted longer. That's it.
Well, I got to say, Pat, for everything you've done for me, my teams, the Slow Pitch Softball Association, we have nothing but gratitude and love for you.
Yeah, thank you.
There you go, Pat Malone on his big day. We're going to let him get back to his other friends and family. There's a lot of people here that are just chomping at the bit to say hello, to take their pictures, and we hope you enjoyed the coverage. We'll have some edited clips coming out.
Tell me your name again.
Gio, I'd shake your hands, but I'm a little busy, but very...
Well, tell George to say hello.
I will do that, Mayor, and I got to tell you, very well done. Great gesture. You guys are doing a great job out here at Forest Park. Keep up the good work.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
All right, that's Rory Hoskins, the mayor. Helped put this together with some members of his staff, and you can tell starting to wind down a little bit. We're going to be clicking off, but we hope you enjoyed the coverage, and I think Pat's going to be taking pictures for a little bit longer, but that's okay. It's always nice to be able to get out and to have people appreciate you while, as they say, you're on the right side of the grass. And Pat, a character, a legend, a true gentleman, and one of the greats to ever be involved with this town out here and the surrounding towns. And he did a ton for 16-inch softball, 14-inch softball, you heard soccer, and even flag football. So Pat Malone, not to mention the charity works he did, and always having a warm place where you could walk in and feel like you were Norm from Cheers. So on behalf of the SSA, this is Gio signing off live from Pat